Hi everyone, welcome to ETS. I'm Donna Lopez, and this is your mid-month energy forecast for January 2019, from the 15th through to the 31st. I look at my calendar, so those of you that are new, welcome. I'm a channel, so I open up and just allow Spirit to bring in whatever it is that we need to know about the upcoming energies. These are like weather reports is what I like to call them. It's good to know if you need an umbrella when you go out, or that it's going to be hot, maybe not to be dressed so warm, etc. So these are, it's not a way to live your life, but it's a reference or something you can lean into, and also something that assists us if we're feeling certain energy patterns, emotional or mental thought patterns, or simply, or even physical issues, to know that there are influences coming in that are creating that, so that we don't think we're the only ones. All right, so today is Monday the 14th, so I'm starting a little early, but we'll go from the 15th through to the 18th, which is Tuesday to Friday. And let's see what they have. Well, I feel like what I'm hearing is that some of you are going to come to a conclusion, or I feel also or hear and see that they're saying that a lot of you are just making conclusions, deciding, well, that's how it is, or this is the way it's going to be, or this is what I'm doing from now on. And they're saying that there is some mental chatter, some mind chatter going on that is being influenced by, they're cute because they're saying troubleshoot that issue. It's being influenced by, at first I thought I was hearing trouble, but they do mean trouble. But it's being influenced by troubled thought patterns that are out swirling around us. And so they're saying to troubleshoot that. They said take out the box that you put your paradigm, your way of being in the world out, and look at it. And they said get rid of the excess noise. All right. For a lot of you, there is a lot of insecurity and fear issues coming up, I'm feeling, and coming into the solar plexus specifically. And a lot of it can be like, just feel really nervous and uneasy. There are electrical kind of influences, electrical patterns coming in that are affecting our body in that way as well. They're saying that the things that you don't have clarity on right now, they said it's okay to not have clarity on that. I am getting that some of you are concerned with your finances, or mathematics is what I'm hearing. How do things add up? Trying to see if things add up. And okay, they're cute. They're going, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride, because it is a short ride after all. But they're saying to I like this. They say, remember where you came from. So very often when we get into feeling maybe like our finances aren't where we'd like them to be, we come to a lot of conclusions and we forget everything we've already come through and where we're at right now. And they're saying really it's specific that you stay present right now. I'm trying to think. There was that button that they had at one of the office supply stores. But what it implied is that do it now, you can do it now, you can do it now. Don't stop. Don't quantify what can become available to you, and also don't quantify your value, or if you are valuable to another. For each person that there's somebody else there that is equally yoked to what it is that you have to offer. So know that. And trust the process. Okay. I also see that some of you have some little, I want to say some issues, some bothersome issues that I feel like there's somebody around that's mm, kind of bugging you a lot, or and of course this isn't going to be for everybody, okay, but what I'm seeing is that there's somebody that I feel is pestering you for information or for help, or but it's a consistent. You know, they say you teach a man to fish and he'll have fish all his life. If you fish for him, he'll just have fish for that day. And you know, some people want you to give a whole list of everything that they're supposed to do without taking the steps, the first few steps you've already given them. So it's clarity is going to be really good in this situation for you to just say, please, you need to stop. You need to do the things that I have already, or pick up the tools I've already suggested. And if you're not comfortable with that, please be comfortable with being uncomfortable doing that, and be with that feeling, that thought pattern, that issue for yourself right now, because this feels almost like an energetic vampire, somebody that's really just, you know, one thing after another, just pestering in a way, you know. So you need some good boundaries there. All right, for a lot of you too, I'm hearing by Wednesday, Thursday, they say you've been listening to, it's like you've been in your head a lot, and I see the headset coming off, and you kind of like listening, like what else is, what's going on? Because you know you're in your head. You know that you are doing this rattling and quantifying, qualifying kind of stuff. And they're saying that, you know, you take the headset off and you go, oh, it's a new day. Like all of a sudden the new year is here for you. A new beginning, right? And you can do that any day, any moment. But they're saying you're kind of getting out of your own head and waking yourself up. For some of you as well, I want to say not only with the thought patterns, but watch that Wednesday, Thursday, that you don't have a tendency to physically start to do things that you know out of worry, that you know won't serve you in the long run. It's kind of like digging your own trench until you're way down deep inside the trench and the walls are in tight, and you're the one that did this, okay? So be alert. Be alert. I also see for some of you there's some celebrations, birthday celebration, anniversary too, near the end of this week, the 18th. Okay, that's good for that. Let's see. All right, so we're going to look at the 19th and the 20th, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, it's really funny because Saturday they're going thumbs up, good job, good job. So kudos for those of you that got out of your head and watched that you were not creating what it is that you don't want to experience. But I'm hearing thumbs up. So it's a good time to pop that head up and get some things done as well. You know, it helps when, because they're saying, some of you have been in some emotional survival kind of patterns, thinking, feeling, and they're saying that pattern has been in the, is being influenced, is influencing us at this time. As you know, I'm not an astrologer, but the planets do speak to me. I don't know what they're doing or everything around all that, but they are telling me, Spirit is telling me that there are, these are emotional influences that are pressing in a little bit, or we're pressing in. So we're moving out of that. For those of you that are teachers, I also see you, it's like I'm seeing a scribe working with you, as if a scribe from the spirit side of life is coming in and writing things down and having you write things down. This is like lesson plans. This is formatting for the future. So I see you getting your lesson plans out and getting things on. It's almost like I'm seeing like a chalkboard too, because people do like their visuals sometimes. So there's something to do with that. But you are being assisted by the spirit world, okay? There are some beautiful teachers. I really feel like for some of you, some Egyptian scribes that are stepping in that are really assisting you. They're very patient, very They're telling you to be patient, for you to be calm. They are patient, they are calm. That's why they've stepped in your vibration to assist you in this endeavor that you are stepping into. And they say you're going to feel really good about it too, like, oh, I did it. You know, it doesn't always take a book to share something with someone. Sometimes just a few little items and then the rest will take care of itself. But they're saying it's time to put the things down that you want to show people that as you're teaching them, as you're sharing. Or if you are a speaker, you know, and you want to have somewhat of a format. I feel like you're being led to get this format on out in front of you. Okay, out in front of you. Like I say, it doesn't feel detailed. It could be 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Just 3 items. All right. Yeah, I'm hearing blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All my life I've been waiting for this moment to arrive, while they're just singing that song. It's really beautiful because it's kind of sad and sweet at the same time. So those of you that have been hurting or feeling disappointed, they're definitely coming in and saying that they're coming in to help you, to give you the love, the nurturing, and the support that you are needing at this time. You know, our every call, our every thought is heard, and our every call or intent or thought pattern is written out there. And so you are heard and you are being supported, but you're going to have to create this conversation to know that you are being heard and you know that you're being led. Create the conversation and the conversation will come back to you. But if you don't have a conversation, if you just think you have all the ideas on your own, then you're really not leaning into or accessing the universal intelligence that's really there to really bring in the big guns, as they say. All right, let's see. For some of you too, I see like Sunday night even. I think that's an eclipse, also a lunar eclipse. So that part much I do know. I feel like some of you are going to want to get under the covers and just hide. Oh, gosh, I feel like some of this might bring out some shadows, some shame energy for some of you, and you just want to crawl under the covers and hide even further. Like, I just want to go to sleep and I don't want to wake up for a couple of days, and I'll just come out when everything is clear. I'm just not good enough to even enjoy the lunar eclipse. Right. So I really feel that there's going to be some of this shadow aspect that is also hitting us as it's being shadowed, covered. So understand that that is an influence probably from that experience. All right. Yes, I'm hearing you can relate to that. They're nice that they're giving me confidence. All right. So let's look and see. We're going to look at the 21st. To the 25th, which is Monday to Friday. I see some of you making very big strides. It's as though I'm seeing a walking stick and you are going through rough terrain, but you have a vision, you have a goal, you have a determination. And so what would normally slow somebody else down, or if you stopped and really looked at how rough it is, you could really get in your head again. And they're saying, but this, you're just driven. I'm going forward. And you're going to go through some rough stuff that is not even going to be rough to you. It's going to be like, I can do this. I've got the support that I need. I'm going to get it done. I'm getting it done. I'm going to get it done. Because I feel like this is a movie of your life also. It's as though you know that the pedal has hit the metal. In other words, it's time to deliver the goods. your soul incarnated to do what it is that you're here to do, and you are here fulfilling that prophecy, and you are really listening, doing some good inner listening, and just moving forward. Yeah, so yeah, it's amazing when the energies are supporting us in that way, when we are in alignment with that energy as well, that what we can do and how far we can go um, with really it is supernatural energy and effort. And as you know, I've always talked about magic, and magic being very natural, and so is this supernatural quality is very natural. And the more we learn to align with these aspects, we've all had moments in our life where we felt like, wow, I just did that. That was just so cool. And, or wow, how did I get that done? Or I did a good job. And if you haven't done that, please look back at your life and give yourself some, thumbs up, okay, for that, because you have to recognize the achievements and the support that you have also had, and you are being supported, and it is uplifting, and your vibration is increased to such a level that it is not so much supernatural, it is what is natural when you are at that vibration. And that's where many of you will be really moving forward, big strides. Feels so good. I want to stay there. Let's just stay in that week. Yeah, and they're saying that so much so that they say as you move to like the Thursday, Friday, the end of the week there, they said go ahead and put a kettle of tea on, put the kettle on, because even the time to contemplate and get in tune with your God self, get in tune with the flow, and in such a peaceful way. Many times we'll sit and we are doing absolutely nothing. And in that nothingness, so much is happening. There's so much communion. And that's what I'm really feeling, is this really beautiful communion, this beautiful inner peace, inner wisdom. Beautiful. I'm hearing shamans, so there's some very beautiful shamanic energy supporting also. Yes, beautiful. Our shamans know how to work with our natural world. They know laws, spiritual laws, physical laws, supernatural laws, magical laws. These are just laws that we are not familiar with. We have abilities and talents that we're not familiar with. And so the shamanic energy, it works with everything. Everything is vibrating and working with you and for you. So you pay attention. Pay attention to what you're vibrating with. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What are you doing? You're doing this. All right. Feels very good. I feel so much love and support. I even feel that I'm hearing love and wedding. There may be somebody that is where a relationship may come to a fruition of a moving forward in their relationship even further, because feels so strong and so supportive. All right, we're going to go to the 26th and the 27th, which is Saturday, Sunday. Okay, 26th, 27th. Well, I see that some of you, I see you at this like brick wall, and the brick wall is really high, and I see you jumping up trying to see what's over it. Like I want to see what's on the other side, and they're saying, this is so funny, I love it when they do this. They said, just pull the stool over and step up on it, and you'll be able to just sit there and really take in what you're seeing. Like, oh, okay. So in other words, what you want to see, or experience, or understand more fully, the tools are right there with you, right in front of you. Use them. Common sense. All right, some things are not lofty. They are just common sense right in front of us. It's like if we want a light, we need to screw the light bulb in, right? Make sure the lights work. If the lights go out or there's flickering, sometimes it's just a loose bulb. It's something very simple, all right? So I see you wanting to see a little further beyond what you have been able to see in the past, and I see you being able to relax and really take this in. But be wise and look at what's in front of you, what's useful to you to support you in really taking in what it is you want to see and understand. All right, I'm also, this is, okay, this might be for somebody out there because they're specifically giving it to me. I'm hearing clover, and it's like four-leaf clover, but yeah, four-leaf clover, but I'm almost like just feeling and hearing the word clover. If there is somebody you know that you have lost or known in your life, or somehow that clover energy is really close to you, because I really feel there's this presence coming in to say hello to somebody. All right, it's really beautiful. Um, yeah, so pay attention to that. All right, let's see what else. Um, And I'm hearing be patient as we move into that Sunday, which is the 26th, I believe, right? 27th. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so we're going to go from the 28th through to the 31st and see what that is. All right. This is funny. I'm hearing she's a runner. So I feel like there might be something that you're expecting to take place that week or that Monday specific, where it's like, nope, we got a runner. Like the person just didn't show up, or they came in and that whatever it was that was required, they go, nope, I'm scared, and they just left. So, but I feel a sense of humor with it. So, if you're expecting something to get done, and give some room for trial and error, they're saying, all right. But a sense of humor goes a really long way. I do see that some of you, I'm seeing a rainbow out, like I want to say Tuesday, Wednesday. It's like I feel like you are putting a wish out there, a desire, something you're wanting to experience. I'm also hearing something about remote. So I don't know if some of you are wanting to connect remotely with someone in some way, but I feel this strong desire. And I'm also feeling healing as well. So if there's some remote healing you are wanting to send to someone, or work with that healing in that manner, I see it, the desire being put out there, the intention. All right. And so, what we intend, we resonate with. All right. That means we're in a space where we are seeing ourselves as somebody that could do that, or I'd like to have that experience. But I see you putting it out there, and I see it landing where it needs to land and really connecting. So I feel very good about that. I also see a lot of you are going to open up and share a lot more. Some of you have had quite a bit to say, but you haven't said it. It's as though I can't speak until I've got a more formal way of presenting everything in the way that I want to. And so I feel like you're going to be very formal, like it's not so much rehearsed, but um, this would be somebody that feels that they need to be proper, and that the information needs to be informative and clear and concise. And they're saying, I feel it coming out okay, but I do feel a little bit of like it starts to work and come out and everything, and then I feel like, oh, I'm not really feeling what I'm talking about. I'm not relaxed and comfortable in my body as I'm sharing what I'm sharing. And so they're wanting you to get a little more relaxed with your own energy, because it's not just about having the correct information. It's about your vibration, your energy is what connects you to others. All right. So they're wanting you to really pay attention to being in the emotional, spiritual, physical flow of what it is that you're wanting to give out and share as well. All right. All right, and I'm hearing do not deceive yourself. This does not have to do with this. This is something else. So they're saying do not deceive yourself. So there's some of you, okay, and I'm hearing but, that but, and they're saying no, do not deceive yourself. Keep your eyes open. Smell the coffee. In other words, make sure that what somebody says something is what it is. Don't tell yourself a story about something that the way you'd like it to be. See it for what it is. That's what it means to smell the coffee. Make sure that it's really coffee and that you're getting what you paid for, etc. So clarify and trust yourself, and don't be afraid to say, not now, maybe later, but not now. Okay? So, all right, let's look at from the 15th through the 31st, all the way through. Well, it's funny because I'm hearing overshadow. So I do feel this overshadowing. It's funny because I feel like it's light that's coming over, but then I feel like I see a shadow come in, and then I see it kind of bring in I feel like some clarity, but it's almost like we need to engage with our shadow self, which is ourself, the part of ourselves that we don't show the world, our part of ourselves that maybe we have shame or guilt or blame with. And they're not asking you to roll around with that. They're just saying that the shadow aspect has something to teach you that's informative to you right now. I do see travel for some of you. It's funny because I'm hearing travelocity. So I'm seeing travel for some of you, or planning travel, but I feel like you'll be planning the travel closer to near the end of January, a little more near the end. I'm also hearing discipline, to stay disciplined, and mind your manners. In other words, because you've overcome something, or you know something a little differently than someone else, be mindful that you were a person who did not know what you think you know now. And very often we move a little further up and find we didn't know what we thought we knew. Okay, so be humble. I'm going to look at the world stage because they're saying we should. Look at the world stage. And I'm hearing world center. I don't know if there's a place called the World Center, but I'm almost feeling like there's something called, or an organization called the World Center. There's something around that. I feel like maybe there's some issues, and I'm going to go with this as if there's not a place called the World Center, but just the World Center. I feel like there's a lot of confusion. I'm not telling you guys, okay, me, Donna, am telling my teachers too that, we're aware of this, all right, that there's a lot of things going on, but I'm seeing that the World Center as a whole is rather confused. It's as if they've got a yarn, and the yarn is kind of tangled up and knotted in areas, and it's got to be cleared. And I feel like there is some depressive and depression within the World Center, thank you, Spirit, the World Center, that they are wanting us to recognize and bring a more joyous, thought-centered action to these depressed, oppressed, entangled areas. And I'm hearing Argentina. Oh, that's really different, but okay. Argentina. I almost thought, am I hearing Algeria, but it was like Argentina. So I'm going to put that out there. That there will be some things there that we will relate to, perhaps some world events. Yeah. Let's see. All right, they said remember to breathe, because I almost quit breathing. I was like, they said remember to breathe. Breathe through all of these things. I don't see things coming boom, boom, boom like this, but I see this like obvious depression and this knotted areas that are entanglement, and that are needing to be healed, needing to be looked at, addressed. And it's kind of like, okay, let's relate it. I'm going to make it really small and simple. Most people, and I think I've used this analogy before, have a junk drawer in their kitchen or somewhere in their house. that thing can maybe not be too big sometimes, but boy, the stuff that's in there. This is what this is like. It's like opening a junk drawer and seeing all this stuff and just not even knowing where to begin. And yet it's not as big. It's actually, you dump it out and you just get to one thing at a time, and it can be clarified and it can be cleared up. So just breathe through it and just know that this is a process that is needing to take place at this time. Yes, I do hear and see and feel that we are going to hear some things about Gaia, about her, about the Earth's crust, about the layers and depth of the crust. There's going to be something new or specific coming in about the Earth's crust. And what I'm seeing is like a huge kind of area of the crust. Like there's something involved in there, like something that they are discovering or seeing or finding out about that. All right. Yes, and I'm hearing hideaway. So I feel that we are going to find out a little bit more about hidden agendas, where some things have been hidden away. But it will come in a way that will not be like a slap in our face, but more of a, oh wow, you know, or like oh okay, like things coming to light. All right. Mm-hmm. That sounds good. All right, and I will leave the link in this video for the ETS session that will be on my site tomorrow through the 18th. All right, and so it'll be on there for free for those 15th, 16th, 17th, and then it will come down on the 18th. All right, so for 3 days. And anyways, I'll leave that with all of you. Thank you all so very much. Again, Happy New Year. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. Namaste.